Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Smith going to look to throw right away. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll run here. And right away he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight. All the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 18-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Touchdown! Keenan Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the 1st down.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A shotgun snap for Smith. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Room here to run. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 32-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
After the interception, here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. It got his man complete.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Chargers 7.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the 50, it's Smith. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. First carry for James Conner. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Chargers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This is swung out to Eckler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
This is taken around the 12. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 5 now. Smith. He completes this to Walker. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Geno. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Smith throwing again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
His kick is good.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Herbert on first down now. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, but that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I suspect this is one of those calls the defensive coordinator would love to have back.
Absolutely.
Feels like he took a bit of a gamble here. And I remember when I was playing, when we had a team really backed up, there's a talk about, let's go ahead and get upfield and get a safety. And sometimes that works against you because they...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to and 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Quickly out wide to Eskridge. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could...
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Donald Parrott, 49 yards. And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And Walker has it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. He'll find Metcalf. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago. But that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
74 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give running left is Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, it's Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
That could very well be a defining play of this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert will drop this one off to Eckler. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And Walker's somebody who just impresses you every time he steps on the field. He's a guy who was the Walter Camp and Duke Walker Award winner's final collegiate season behind a 1,600-yard campaign. 300 carries or more, that would be unexpected in his first season in the NFL.
Now Smith. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are and hopefully they can correct them.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time. You know, the defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So, for the Chargers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this